Yes, we should begin. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Deep Rock Galactic Fashion Show.
Today is going to be a very
Why?
and
See, this is kind of
relaxing-
weird because fashion shows are like really
They're just-
loud.
and really weird. Like it's a bunch of very
Yeah, really
either
weird.
scantily clad women or like women wearing way too much clothes that I'm surprised they haven't fallen over, and a bunch of weird-looking people sitting all around them, just staring at them, just all stone-faced. I don't think there's ever been an expression had in a fashion show. Not that I watch many. Don't look up my search history.
My name is Hans von Fashion Man.
And I am Handbook Fashion Man.
No, you should be like Harry. More English name.
Yeah, we are the Fashionista brothers, and we're here to rate.
Don't call us brothers.
Well, we have the same surnames, so else we're married. Pick. Exactly.
Just coincidence.
Yeah, we just bumped into each other. And like, okay, let's start a deep rock fashion business. And today we are going to be rifling through.
Today we're going to be belittling the so-called fashionistas, for we are paragons of dwarven glamour and beauty and apparel.
I feel like with a bit of forethought, we should have like put our own in here to prove it, but we'll probably do that another day. And you've probably seen some of them in the stream.
I can't sound particularly proud of many of mine.
There are some that I thrill in looking at, but we're gonna see if there are anybody else's like that. Now I notice you're new. I feel like it's probably not the best shout.
I think it is for this one actually, because we don't want to necessarily get all the best stuff.
Yeah, but I think hot is going to be what the general populace decides is the best, not inherently what we think will be. Like we could see a really hot one and a lot of people like and be like, this looks terrible, and they'll have more to say about that than the new things on new that no one's seen. Speaking of, now I feel like we should get something out of the way.
That being,
I think this implies that people that even care about fashion don't actually care about gun to dwarf cohesion.
No, it's just like
all
he's
he
got
needs
scale.
to do
He could just put the Scale Brigade framework on because he's got Scale Brigade, so we know that.
Yeah.
At the very least, because he might not have Dark Future. Because I would go Dark Future 4th Relic is the one that I would pick. Or support like any gold, any black, or just Scale Brigade, which we know he has.
Yeah.
And I think when you include the gun in the
we
picture,
should kind of ignore that. I
it's
guess
part of the look. What? No, we shouldn't ignore it.
Yeah, and I'm not. I suppose, yeah, because he could have chosen not to. I mean, he might be trying to get it to mix with the patches of green that he has, but I'm not sure it holds up like that.
You can't be thinking that.
Yeah. I think I'm happy that he chose to have the unarmored dreadlocks, because honestly, I think they're the best ones. Without those little hints of like. You know, can you get gold on them? You can't, can you?
Savage Full Gilded. Yeah, I think that would work. Yeah,
it would if that is a thing. Which
I think I should say it's fine.
Golden.
I don't like the sideburns though. Sideburns, it's not. They can work, but not especially not if you have a bald head though. Unless you're going to sort of a mad look.
I think it should have been like. It should have been like. Oh, he says what he's going for: simple, rugged, almost elegant.
Yeah, I think it would be fairly elegant if you changed the sideburns to something more respectable. Because apart from that, it's a fine look. Yeah. Eyebrows. I mean, I like those eyebrows in general, the big ones, but it's weird in this case because on the goggle side, it doesn't have
the eye. That eye, robotic eye.
Really?
I'm not fond of anything that like adds to the other part of the face without giving anything to the head. I do not like sacrificing the like revealing how scalped they are for like a goggle. Like I don't find that a valuable addition to the character. If it had like a hat on with that, it would be fine. But he's a bald ass looking guy, and I don't think it.
Because this should be eyewear, not headwear.
Yeah.
Or you just separate hair and headwear. And some can show hair and some can't. This one would be able to show your hair. It's very simple, unless it's not, and we're idiots. But it can't be as complicated.
I think it is. I think they've done it before, haven't they? They literally took apart the beards they had in the game. Like they could do it. They've done it before.
Okay, so
of course it takes a lot now.
What would you give this look?
I think
out of
we
10?
should. I don't think we should do that. I think we should do like a if it ticks a box. So like out of 5 boxes ticked, and we should decide. I think color cohesion should be one. I think maybe whether or not they actually get their look across. Because normally they go into what they want the characters to look like, and I don't know. I'm not really
what
sure.
Else?
Simple, rugged, and almost elegant actually is 3 things that could work together. I think all of them fight against each other. But sure. I mean, maybe just go for a 10. It'll be a lot easier.
No, I'm not giving it a 10.
No, obviously not. But out of 10, let's go. I don't know, 4. He's got the black and gold right on the character at least.
So my only problems are the sideburns and the gun, but the gun is a big problem, and the sideburns could easily be changed. So it brings it down actually quite a bit for me because it could easily be a lot better. So I'm going to give it a 6 actually.
Oh.
Yeah. 6 out of 10.
This is just due to my dislike for the eye, really.
Yeah, probably. Because I like the eye.
Yeah. All right.
On its own. I wish I could have hair with it.
A lot less time than that which we just spent on that one.
That's a Star Trek ad.
Okay. Yeah. Some people do more than one, which is definitely okay. First things first. What is that? Builder's it is, isn't it? Builder's choice minigun.
Yeah.
First of all, color cohesion. That's like a +1 immediately. His gun is, and even the bits of white on the gun, bits of white on the beard. That
I respect that. This is actually Ghost Ship's fault. This one actually, because these are supposed to be the same paint job.
Yeah.
So good work with that. Just making the gun one different for no reason.
Yeah, and yeah, no, I think this is like a 7 for me, maybe even 8. Not yet, 8.
It's pretty devoid of anything offensive. It's got some nice, nice colours. I mean, I actually somehow the lights and the beard do correlate. You wouldn't think that could happen, just
and
by
like
virtue
the
of them
inside rim, or like
different.
the inside of the minigun's white as well, like in that piston area. There's just a lot of white and green and like camo and splotchy. It's just it works. 8.
You said 8. I'll say 8 as well.
Yeah.
Easy. Right.
Oh.
Right.
Once again, this guy has got color cohesion. I'm going to give him this. He clearly values picking a color or a couple colors and standing by it.
He probably values it more over than the individual paint jobs looking good themselves, because that's not an arm paint job nor a weapon paint job I would normally go for. But I think it's just because he thinks that they work, and they do work, kind of.
It's just
chosen them. Well, it's not just red, because there's problem with just saying it's just red is that there's no just red, or there's no more than one just red. There's no this exact thing for weapon or this exact thing for armor, because they're not the same.
The best what he was given.
But I'm not put off. I'm not like, oh, those two don't actually go together. It's not.
I think
this to me is worse because of the way that this paint job's been done than this, because he's obviously different completely.
He's got like a black t-shirt. He could probably have used the neon band and what's like the black paint job. Because that makes the neon red, and it's a pretty vibrant red, like the one he was going for. And he has established black. I think that would actually work better visually. But I think he just likes Builder's choice weapons by the looks of it.
Orange skin is never really necessary, though. I don't think.
No, it's good. The orange skin actually is really that's another plus one for me. If he had just had normal skin, that would have looked worse. Black would have also worked, but orange is definitely that's. I mean this. I think it's an 8.
The facial hair, though, it's quite spectacular. It's pretty good
facial hair. Yeah.
I like that. You've got the little goatee with the massive mutton chops and the moustache that goes up like this. It's quite
nothing special, but it's nothing harmless anyway. And the eyebrows.
This actually is 7. This is an 8 for me. Yeah.
I think the dwarf look is like a 9, but the gun brings it down to like an 8 for me.
I mean, the gun doesn't actually bring it down for me. I'm not sure what else you could pick for the gun.
Well, as mentioned, neon band with the black color paint job would make the neon red, and he has black established with the t-shirt. It would just work. But he likes builder's choice, it seems, and he worked with what he was given.
He does like builder's choice. Let's see if that theme continues. Yeah. No. Oh, I've seen this.
He uses neon band.
You see what he's going for, but he's a bit misguided with the color correlation.
Don't at all.
No, with this, the red.
Right. What's
the shiny red?
Yeah.
What it's meant to be. But unfortunately, he failed. And there's a paint job that has like this exact red in it, although the rest is white. The salt crystal.
That would have worked. I mean, no, not the white. Point is, this is probably down to like a 4. I'm also not fond of just using a full face mask.
I am.
Like, I think it's a bit.
I mean, doors are pretty ugly.
It's mean. Not if you cover it up with beards.
Or a face mask.
But yeah, this
like a metal beard.
No, this doesn't work for me at all. I also don't really like that color scheme for a driller, so this is down to like probably I'm gonna say 3.
The actual suit works for me. It's a pretty standard look that I might be inclined to go for. The weapon it just completely falls flat when paired together, and it's fairly simple anyway. I can't say I'm going to hold it in particularly high regard. Yeah, maybe a 5, maybe.
Yeah.
That's probably being generous actually, but I might stick with it though.
All right.
I can't say I hate it. I just think
Let's see.
Most looks can be good if they can if they can at least correlate between the armor and the weapons.
Let's see if Driller's the
I have seen this. No, that was Driller. This is Scout now.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say. I'm wondering if he was going to be the worst one, but it seems. Well, look, that helmet does work.
Let's take the gun out of the equation quickly, because I actually really like. I like this paint job on Scout specifically.
Yeah.
And I think it's not a terrible use of that helmet. I would be more inclined to use it with the Dark Future armor.
It just makes me think that the first 2 guns were just a coincidence.
yeah. It's because that's just not. It's not at all. It's just not.
And I'm pretty sure there is a gun skin that you could tie with this. Like there is like a cyan.
Megacorp would work as well if you wanted.
Yeah, I don't know why his sudden attraction towards
it's very
Neon
ugly.
Man, Neon Man would have been so good.
The gun is just.
Engineered.
I mean, the gun is just ugly anyway. This gun look is pretty bad. I don't like it.
It's always like, I think the Scout look itself, I mean, Scout's hard to make look good, so I think it's like probably a 7, 8 maybe. Pretty simple. I was going to
say 7 because good. I think the overall, the armor look is maybe a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
But the gun's pretty bad. I think I can't go above 7.
Yeah, I'm thinking 5. I still prefer it to the.
What you just went from a 7 or an 8 to a 5.
Yeah, ignoring the gun.
Right.
But including the gun, I'm looking at a 5. It's not as bad as the Gunner, but
Driller.
But it got my hopes up because the first 2 weren't that bad. But yeah, bunked it. Who we got?
What a shame. Ah, yes, another set.
Okay,
he actually has named them.
Yeah. I could kind of see what he's going for. I think that moustache with that beard is a quite classic combo. Or I mean, that moustache is just one of the few that works with fat beards.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Let's get this out of the way. Gun to armor cohesion just works.
But
that is actually
I wouldn't have expected
seamless.
it, but it's almost seamless. It's
orange,
seamless in this context.
Highlights.
I think if you took away the beard,
I think the beard
too
is
much
the biggest
blue.
flaw.
Oh, the beard's the flaw, is it?
Yeah, that shot, the rose color is just not working. It's not. It's too. I don't know. All the other textures are pretty like tattered for some reason. They decided that orange and that kind of roughneck look would be rough, and then that shiny rose look just doesn't work. I don't know. It's if they had ginger, that probably would be the best idea, but they might not have.
Or just red.
Yeah, or I mean, I was gonna say all blue, but that's still a one that they don't have in the game for some reason.
Problem I have here is the green skin, and the head is too small for the beard.
I didn't even notice the green skin because of so little of it. Because
you need a more substantial headgear to accommodate that beard.
Yeah,
it's too bottom heavy. The face,
I think
the head area.
The goblin bastard. I don't know.
I mean, he's supposed to be a goblin, I suppose, but I don't like the green skin ever.
The beard's going for. Maybe I don't know. You should have had like armored or something. And it wouldn't really have worked, but for the goblin look, maybe it would have.
I wouldn't have a goblin have any facial hair.
I think credit where credit's due. The armor and the gun work together incredibly well.
It's actually ruined by the concept.
Kind of, yeah. I think this could have been a 10. If he nailed the head, it would have been a 10. But
it's either 7 or maybe an 8 at best.
Thinking 6. I'm thinking 6. I'm not fond of the rose. I don't mind the goggles actually. For some reason, it just works with the goblin look. Makes him look more alien. But,
a thinner beard would work with those goggles, like the long, pointy one with the elegant handlebar.
What's
what?
Side stuff.
Well, I can't tell.
There's those
not
goggles.
important.
Get rid of them. They might.
Maybe.
But
maybe.
Yeah. That's a 6 for me.
It's a 6 for me too. I think actually. Isn't that the Spanish Inquisitor? Oh, hello. Hi.
Once again, gun to armor cohesion, pretty solid. Green, that kind of green is just a given for Gunner. Although, once again, the headgear is.
I think it works here. I'm liking it. Because I like that hat in general. And it's sort of it changes, but it's never exactly. It's never your armor. It's always something else. It's like a tertiary color, or just a color that doesn't exist, but it's always different. And in this case, it looks like an actual aviator hat. Like it looks like the color it's meant to be. That's what I'm saying, and I appreciate that. It's quite a suave, practical look.
Yeah,
moustache is good here too.
I'm really not fond of being able to see the bottom lip. Like I can't stand being able to see any of the bottom lip, like on any of my characters. Unless that's kind of the point.
Well, I think it would work if the beard was gone in this case, because the beard is certainly not the right beard for me, and that could be because of the beard color, in that they chose silver fox, which often can create a disconnect between the beard and the other facial hair. But in this case, I don't like being able to see much of that area through facial hair. But if they took off the beard, it might be more. I think it'd be better.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think this is. I think they, at the very least, they have armor to gun cohesion, unless we're going to be proved otherwise. But for now, I'm thinking
don't get your hopes
5.
up.
I think I actually prefer the goblin.
Damn, I'm going to give this an 8. I like this a lot, actually. It's not my kind of look necessarily, but it's something that one of my dwarves could look like.
Yeah.
Across the bunch. Okay. The Greybeard Anarchist.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Ah. Ooh.
Okay.
Well, not immediately. It took me a second. Gun and armor are not off.
Yeah.
It's very specific, but it's still there.
Yeah. I like I've wanted to try that kind of look like I tried it with like the hair that goes rectangularly up, like just a very rectangular head. But no, I think he's actually got it down. Honestly,
I think the rectangularity, if that's a word,
yeah,
the beard and the hat. I think this moustache and the beard work well together too.
The perfect thing. I think that might be a 10 for me.
Damn! Damn!
I can't think of any flaws really, other than maybe it could do better being pale. But even then,
or blue,
I think it's fine. Yeah, or green. Yeah.
No, not green.
No, yeah, it's fine. I think this is definitely.
It's fine. It's a 10. What?
Well, yeah, that's my 10. It's there's nothing wrong with this. Like that's kind of my
I can.
I've no shit to throw.
No, me neither. I mean, maybe the actual weapon paint job could be this one. That might have been better. Although I feel like he would have tried that first.
Well, even then, that has a little bit of it in the handles. It's just a shame that it's a vast majority of that orange that isn't working. But otherwise, no, yeah, I think it's yeah.
You might notice "Happy Birthday" playing in the background.
Oh, is it someone's birthday?
No, it's just from the music.
Oh.
I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10.
All right, so leave a bit of room for something else.
Who's this? Oh, the mole.
Oh hey. My. I think that color on that headgear works. I think that it's just the right shade of something.
I actually like the contrast of the moustache to the headgear. And for some reason, this moustache and beard work together for me as well. But when we're looking at...
For some reason, he ditched the gun.
Well, no, I think he thinks it works, because it doesn't...
I think the gold is supposed to be like the patches of whatever that colour is, right? That's kind of what his goal is there. By the looks of it.
Can't be.
And there isn't really like a grey skin that you can put on the gun.
But on an individual basis, this gun look is up there. I like this a lot. I like the fourth relic, Dawn of the Dread.
There's a surprise. Where does Dawn of the Dread not look good? I mean, come on.
Yeah, not even in this case. I don't think this is actually a case of I don't think it's a case of the lack of armor to weapon cohesion being bad. So much as it's a case of just Dawn of the Dread being that good that it doesn't matter. Because I think it probably is worse than it seems. But Dawn of the Dread is just such a good paint job. But you could have used that paint job on your armor.
I'm sitting at like a 6 because like I don't see why it works, but it doesn't not work.
It doesn't not work despite the obvious problems.
Yeah, like there's no real... I mean, there's not a sizable amount of gun cohesion. I don't like that moustache, beard, or sideburns generally, but it just somehow doesn't look as offensive as it should. So I'll give him that. That's a 6.
I'll give it 6 as well, I think. That seems pretty...
Right.
Yeah.
All around, though, he's new to it. He's did pretty good.
Is he new to it?
He says
he's still relatively new to the game.
New. I wouldn't say you got the fashion thing down.
Funny little guy. Funny little guy. Hate him. Hatred. I'm generally not a fan of base like armor paint jobs being used on just the default. But in this case, it is Scale Brigade, so the colours are nice. But that headgear has always made me
put you all up
ill.
Yeah. I think he leads into it. He knows what he's doing.
I think it's a bit too simple for him to know what he's doing.
Funny little guy.
Yeah, but it's not that funny though.
He's a funny little guy.
It's not funny though. It's just kind of bad. I'm not convinced, man. I'm not convinced. I do like the moustache, but it's not being used well. None of it's being used well. I'm giving it a 2.
I don't actually like the Scale Brigade on the Scale Brigade for the Scout. That blue is far too much. Yeah, I think I'm down. I'll give it a 3. I can see the funny.
No, you won't. You're giving it a 2.
Little guy.
Try to give it a 2.
I'm giving it a 3.
Let's move on. It's also a look that's kind of handed to you, especially given that he's basically got no facial hair apart from the moustache, and this armor set and its paint job came from the assignment, and this helmet came from the assignment. It feels like he's... I don't know, man. I'm not convinced there's much behind this. There's no point to this guy.
Well, at least it's not a full face mask. A Santa look that doesn't use bulbous beard, and that I don't know what that is. Don't click it though.
Why not?
I don't know. It might kill you.
So unfortunately, he's picked the wrong moustache.
Yeah.
I don't know why you felt the need to do that. You could have just had the normal handlebar, and it would have been brilliant.
Basically, just anything other than that, really. Anything that pointed downwards that isn't that one would have worked quite well. It's obviously got gun cohesion to armor cohesion.
Well, color-wise, yeah, but unfortunately, he's used Waster and Dark Future together.
Yeah, it is
making me a bit upset. Feels almost deliberate because they're such opposites. But
yeah, I mean, I think that Santa Claus is tired of making toys. I think that's the point. He's going for the violent Santa look, which is actually something I've done as well.
But no, unfortunately, this doesn't look like Santa to me.
He also, I can only assume he doesn't actually have a hat, the Santa hat. Otherwise, you know, if you're going to call him Santa,
it'd be a bit inexcusable.
Yeah. I mean,
how cool would it be if you could have the Santa hat and the goggles, though? That's like...
Well, you could if they made eyewear. I think that is actually probably one of the things I want most in this game.
Same.
Just, yeah, them to just segregate their
segregation
a bunch.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, Brock.
That's all I want, segregation. But yeah, I mean, honestly, in saying that, it's probably like a 6. It's the lack of Santa Claus headgear for some reason and the beard.
Do we have to factor that in because he said that it's supposed to be Santa Claus? Also, he spelled Santa Claus wrong. He spelled...
Yeah, no. If you know, it's the same thing with the themes. I don't know. It's if it's supposed to be Santa, it's not the best. She's got white hair and has red on him. That's basically it.
Yeah. It's not that the look itself doesn't work. It's up. It was not up there necessarily, but it's like a
I don't think it's inherently bad.
The tried and true. I'll give it 6 too. Actually, to be fair, yeah. I think you've got some good elements going on. I think Dark Future and Supporter skin are pretty good for Engineer, especially. Not especially. No, they're generally good across the board. Actually,
I think that's what I have for one of mine as well. He has basically merged 2 of my builds into this one. Not in a good way though.
Spicy egg yolk is his name. Well, that's a 6 for both of us.
6.
Hey. Speaking of tried and true.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't beat the classics. You can't beat the classics.
First is you take that and you put it into Dawn of the Dread skin for armor and gun, and I have that exact look. That armor with that headgear and what's it, Megacorp like framework on the gun just works. The blocky nature just works. I mean, I'm only going to give him a 9 because the black color scheme is lazy. But otherwise, yeah.
I'm giving him a 9.5 because I'm allowed to do that because, right, it's not true chonk. You need the slit helmet, like the Tachanka helmet. That's what I would go for. Or I think the Dark Future for me is a little bit too thin.
That helmet is the best helmet for it because it really cubes it out. And it's just solid. Yeah, no, yeah. It's only the fact that it's not like they could have gone a bit harder than just black with this look.
Yeah, man.
Still, definitely up it.
This goes hard. Feel free to screenshot. I won't. Well done, Maximus Games. Oh shit, is that right? Okay, yeah. I don't know how I did that.
Somehow they've got pickaxe cohesion.
I respect that. I respect using the pickaxe as part of the look. Once again, though, it's armor default paint job, which I never am a big fan of. Especially Scout Roughneck is particularly irksome for me. But in this case, given that he's covered up the shirt with the beard, I'm actually appreciating this in some way.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. It's not. I think it's like a 5 for me.
It's a pretty solid. It's just a pretty solid dwarf to me. I like him.
Yeah, I think if just a player just had this, I'd be like, okay. Like, I'm not gonna be like, damn, and also like, get the hell away from me, you disgusting
There's things he could have
piece of
done better. Well, not even better. There's just different options that he could have picked that would have been better. Which I know it sounds like the same thing, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it either.
This might be like a different angle.
The only criticism I could say is that you would just have a better look, but this is a good. It's still a good look. I'll give it a 7. I think actually. 7 means it's probably something I wouldn't use, by the way, but it's just good.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Oh, different one.
I don't.
Time to bring out the pain.
Like this one as much. I'll say that.
I'm a sucker to the vibrant white beard.
I think that's the problem for me, for this look specifically.
Thing is, I agree with you.
It needs to be black.
Because clearly it's black or light blue, and I think he used the cryo grenade to try and ration it out a bit
yeah.
But I don't know. The black beard wouldn't have worked either.
I think the silver beard, just the grey,
not good. Yeah,
maybe.
And there's no blue. I think this white probably was the best option.
You know what? I agree actually. I don't. Maybe it's just the skin color though.
No, I think it needs to stand out as much as possible.
Yeah, that's why I would go darker. White. I would go for the full black skin.
Oh, fair enough.
That's like the dark. That's like honestly, just the brown, not black.
I think credit where credit's due. Obviously, we don't know about gun cohesion, but the fact that he kind of seems to pick the equipment that works best with it, maybe he has probably got them. But
and I do have a soft spot for this armor as well, actually, for Scout. To be honest, I've noticed this recently. Yeah. I do like it, and I have a soft spot for berets too. Berets.
I think that's an 8 for me. I think
it'll stay as a 7 for me though. To be honest, I probably wouldn't do this exactly. But you know, carry on, sir. Carry on, Intelligun. That's his name.
I know.
Oh, okay. Oh shit!
It's a vacuum cleaner.
The vacuum cleaner.
The team he's a part of proves their worth by getting exploded by a Crash's detonator. Okay, so he's just kind of explaining why.
Quite a rich, yet rugged look, and these are all the same, by the way. I saw this earlier.
Okay, he's got some cohesion going at the very least.
Maybe we should look at the gun one. That works actually, I think. Which
it's
is surprising.
Not his fault that blue's there, so I'm gonna ignore it.
It doesn't even like stick out as a bad thing to me though.
Yeah,
it just adds some contrast.
Color. Yeah.
And I'm surprised that the builders. Well, I'm not surprised, really. I just didn't think about the fact that Builder's Choice and Scale Brigade would work together.
Yeah, I think
that's
if
okay.
Clearly he was just going for gold, and I mean that literally. I mean he was going for that yellow look, and I think he should have just gone for the yellow beard. I know generally you don't want to lean so heavily into a color, but I think the greyishness of his hair does deteriorate from the look. I don't think it works.
It's keeping it up for me. I think it'd be worse if he went for the yellow.
Nah,
for me,
it just doesn't quite work for me. Like,
I respect the use of the welder's helmet.
Yeah, welder's a good golden color to it, like naturally.
Not that I like it. I don't like that helmet. I would just use something that actually has the color, the actual color of the armor. Nevertheless, actually, to be fair, I don't think I've ever used this beard specifically. Actually, in general, Triple Trouble I tend to stay away from. So
it's my veteran beard.
I'm not a fan of that actually.
It's the beard I had like from when I started using Driller all the way to like getting a Legendary 3. So
Scale Brigade Roughneck though is a mainstay of Dwarven fashion for me. I would still give this a 7, however. because I would not using the welding helmet or the beard be used here. You wouldn't catch me with those, or the sideburns either.
I'm gonna give it an 8, but I wish I could see him put the yellow on the beard.
Well, you could probably do it yourself.
Yeah, but like for now, yeah, I don't know. I generally, yeah, it's a fine look. Because I like that beard and the headgear.
You would.
I mean, I'd go for the gilded one. In all fairness, it's once again gold. But he probably might not have it. So
yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I don't think about that often. There's a lot of like Matrix core cosmetics, especially
I still
now.
don't even have everything on Scout and Engineer, which is kind of why it's not as easy to do those ones. Not to mention, I don't have everything in the shop either. But yeah, no, I mean, it'll do, Donkey. Some of their favourites.
Some of his favourite outfits.
There's 7 of them, so let's lightning round these ones. Light cohesion, full mask. This is a 7.
This one, wrong gun colour. There's one that works perfectly with this armour, and it uses this part of it, this colour.
He's silver 1. Is it possible for him to even have it?
I think it might have been from last season, so there's a good chance he doesn't have it.
Alright.
But if it was, that would be near perfect. It's just not the headgear I would choose, because I really like this armour and paint job. So actually, I would give this an 8, but I would tweak it for myself in a couple ways. Right. Hi.
Okay.
Ballsy.
Yeah.
Immediately.
He's using the gold of the beard in the weapons.
He's got a lot of colours going on.
Yeah. I mean, white, grey, bit of blue, bit of gold. I think this is an 8. It's quite solid, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I could see myself using this for maybe a Cry one. Immediately, though, you don't need the hazard ones on this. It should just be the white. It should just be white if he has it.
Right.
Or the company special, because that would be easy to get. He probably has that. Looking at this, so yeah. I'd be using that if I were him. So I'd give it a 7 actually, because I probably wouldn't go for those more. Like I probably wouldn't have the gold. Or the gold in the beard and the gems.
Yeah, I think
I'd probably take those parts out, to be honest.
A bit of a weird thing to lean into. I guess you just.
I respect the decision, and I don't think it's horrible, but I wouldn't do that. I would take those parts out and just have like this just beard, just plain. I would rather have. I think.
Yeah.
Right. Who's next?
That's a nothing build. Slight cohesion. I'll give that a 6.
This is the kind of thing I like. It's fairly militaristic, quite nice natural colours. I mean, the neon band is kind of weird. Although if I had to be quick about this, I'd probably just give it an 8. It's something I would use. It's not. It wouldn't be at the top for looks for me, but it's. I probably have something like this, and I would. So all right. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
Onward.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
That is residing in a
Zam.
That's like an 8.
That's pretty cool. Say. I mean, so the gun, I think he's done a decent job, actually.
It conveys like the dark, gritty kind of palette.
Because I think the Robot Rebellion paint job works better, but then that's a DLC, so we can't hold that against him so much. Yeah. He's done a pretty decent job.
He also, for some reason, doesn't have his 5th thing equipped on this match bomb. Huh? He doesn't have the 5th. What's he doing that for?
Oh, that brings it down for me. I mean, no, it's a pretty good look overall. The armor's good. I mean, this is one of the best full face helmets, I think.
Yeah, no, I think that's. I like the separation of the helmet that the game did, but he kind of leaned on.
Yeah, for Driller specifically, I'm gonna give this a 9. Actually.
Yeah, I honestly no, yeah, I can agree with that. It does just work.
It just works.
Yeah.
It just works.
I do regret giving that engineer 1 out of 10 now, to be honest.
Ugh. Oh,
My feeling exactly. That's sitting straight down. I think it's...
Oh, sorry. Okay. I just sort of realised that this is a 1 because I would never pick this. Most of these things. Like, first of all, this beard, I don't think I have on anyone, but specifically without something in the middle. Like, specific. I hate that. I like that hat, but, you know, it's not going to look any different or anyone else.
This
it's not helping.
I don't know. I'm thinking a 2. I'll give him.
I'll give it 2 because this paint job I don't really like it, but the weapon version they're pretty much identical. So if you were to use them together,
I think he couldn't have picked a worse angle.
It's not a good angle. It might be deliberate though, to show the chin. It's right there. Oh, I'll give it a 2. I don't like it. I really don't like it.
Yeah,
it's not the worst possible, but I don't like it at all. Hi.
Not bad.
I like. Okay, immediately I noticed the weird purple bits on the rifle kind of correlate with the armor, even though it doesn't exactly at all.
I also like the red of the beard matches with like the rust of the weapon. What is that armor skin?
It's chipped shadow. It's a later on one from season 1. You've got the gold skin as well. I like this armor paint job and the beard color, the rose. They're good together. I think it works. It works in. Like,
I think there could be some better decisions here.
Okay, first of all, gilded beard I wouldn't have done. All right, let's get it out of the way. Actually, it works even though I don't really like it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I would give it a 7. I think it's probably a bit better than that.
I think
for me, it's
7's fair. It's a thing I haven't really tried, at least. It's interesting.
It's got something going there. It's got something going on. Yeah. I'll give him that. Hello, friend. I get the look. This one, I see what he's going for.
Yeah,
but I'm not a huge fan of how he's done it.
Yeah.
I also can't tell exactly what paint job he's used on the shard diffractor, which is annoying.
The fact he's used Glyphid Trophy Hunter should say something. In that it might not be working.
No, I don't think any of the facial hair choices are actually right for me. First of all,
I think the headgear's alright.
I do like the headgear, and it works for what he's going for.
There are hints of greens everywhere else. Plus, that's just a better version of a Cyber Eye. I'm sorry, but like, if I'm gonna want a Cyber Eye, I'm not gonna use that other one that gives you no hair. This is the one. Well, I could probably only use it on Gunner, but you get the point. I don't know. I think this somehow he's chosen an angle where we really can't tell like a lot of things. So I think I don't know. Sitting at like a 4.
I mean, in general, it's a fairly respectable paint job. I've always liked this one. It's quite easy on the eyes, but it's quite rich at the same time. I'll give it. I probably wouldn't get very near this look. But I don't think he's done a horrible job. I'll give it 5 actually. I'll give it a 5.
And that was this guy's stuff. A pretty high variety. Yeah, I think he had like someone that we were putting at 1, and I think he almost had a 10, or he had like 9.
I want to find a 10 for me. Always end this.
All right.
I want to find a 10, which means I might just easy 10. No, I don't think not necessarily.
I think it's interesting. He's got the little
decent look. Decent look.
I think the headgear could do with changing and the moustache.
I think the headgear works with the armor, but I don't like this armor. I don't like the Engineer Mark V really.
I like what he's doing because of the hints of like red and pink works with the highlight like gems in the beard.
It does.
The issue is then the gilded gold doesn't work with the rest.
Which is why I probably
played it.
No, I was just having a drink.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. But yeah, I don't know. It's like a 6, I think. It's not bad.
I'll give it 7. It's close. It's close to something I could see myself using. and have used, but it's sort of just making a few wrong steps, especially with the armor choice and the beard choice.
Yeah. Just realised he's got all of it.
Oh, what?
I mean, you know how I feel about that. I'm just gonna start doing these quicker. Generally, this is like a 3. Yeah, this is a 3. There's
some cohesion in the look in like the art, like just this part itself. Obviously, we don't see any weapons here, but I wouldn't have used the orange. I just wouldn't have used the red hair, and the sideburns are bad. And I mean, I don't like this beard. Okay, you know what, I'll go with you 3 because it's pretty hard for this like armor and that paint job to look bad. It's a good paint
harmless.
Job. Yeah. Hi. Hello.
I think this kind of puts on my side that that headgear works on Gunner. I think I like that beard. I like the twin. Is that twin tree? No, it's not twin tree. It's
Great Fork.
Yeah, I like Great Fork as a beard, but I don't think. I mean, luckily the gem's green.
Yeah, but in this case, I still wouldn't have used the gilded one.
Yeah,
and I would have used different sideburns. But apart from that, I would.
Yeah, those sideburns would never look good.
I'll give it an 8 actually. I'll give it an 8 because
it's 7.
No, because it's a look I would use, just with a few things I would change. Like even the beard, I wouldn't entirely change.
He's using armor with fucking Dawn of the Dread skin, which is what I have, so I'll give him that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not fond of the sideburns, really. And maybe you could have done with being black. But that's neither here nor there.
Oh,
that's a 1.
Damn! What the? It's honestly my only problem with it is the hair color.
Yeah, if he had maybe gone for like a black, it would have actually probably been like a 4 or 5. But with it being red, that's like a rose. Is it red or rose?
Rose.
Okay, yeah, no, that's probably not a 1 actually, just a 2. But yeah, if he just changed that beard to black, he would have something going for him. That would actually not be bad.
Big fan of Mega Corp with this armor, though. I am. Don't respect the choice of the headgear just being Scout's default headgear. And hair color needs to change.
It actually kind of works.
So I'll just give it a 5. It's teetering on something good, but he's made some obviously wrong choices, just for no good reason. He wants our input. I guess we have to provide it. Well, first of all, Scale Brigade Roughneck, great. I really like that hat with it too. You just don't need the white hair for me. You just don't need it.
The thing is, the white hair implies veteran. Like how vibrant it is. I mean, I'm using it myself, but I have it on like.
No, the vibrancy is the problem with it for me. That's why I just go for the grey, usually.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what he changes. Let's see both before we really judge.
Ah!
Okay, no, he keeps that white. He just adds some bread, which isn't really. Wait, why you got platform out? What about the other one? What do you have on the other one? Also, the platform gun. Just the platform gun just looks better with that look for some reason. I mean, I prefer the one on the left.
I would change most of the facial hair, to be honest, even the colour. But apart from that, it is a solid look for me. It's something I would use. I would just have to check. Like, I think I really like the skin colour, the headgear, the armour, and arm paint job. I like it enough. I really like
what Scale Brigade colour scheme does to the lamp lights. Okay, he's typing. Okay. Should we, for this one, let's see what other people think. I think 2. 2.
Seems to be 2.
Universally 2.
No.
Yeah.
No. 1. I'm counting. I'm counting. 1. Wait, no, I'm not counting, am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, but Harry, bear in mind, those ones aren't that they weren't upvoted. You're not counting the amount of upvotes the people that wrote 2 got. It's just
they can have fun being wrong. Oh shit! I didn't post my comment. I just don't see why you would use that gilded beard. I just don't. Confusing. It confuses me.
The gold look.
But like I said, I like everything else about it enough to give it an 8. I just think the facial hair is all wrong. I just think.
I like it actually, to be honest.
Hello, sir.
Mid. I mean, it's like a 4. It's just the armor and a headgear, and it doesn't even work that well.
Agreed. 6.
Cohesion, good. I like tight. I like people that go for the mid beard.
Yeah,
I like mid beard looks. I think the mohawk actually does work because it's a mid beard. Its face is pretty well balanced. Honestly, this is like a 8.5. I get to do it now.
I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. I just don't see.
That doesn't mean I inherently like the mohawk.
I just don't see the reason to use neon band specifically. I would just use a basic framework for me.
Black with blue. No, I see the neon band. It's good look. Good look.
Tyler, there's basically no blue apart from that. It's just the bright blue tattoo.
Yeah, and the bit of the shoes. The band. Mate, that's probably, it's not barely counts. That's probably the reason why he added the neon band.
Yeah, I think it's just pointless. Neon band is pointless.
No, neon band looks good.
8. Oh, that's a pretty good looking fella.
Oh, I think he remade it.
Wait, what? Oh, what? Oh!
Oh, man. Okay, so... I mean, has he got the beret? He's got the beret, he's got the beard. I mean, if that's what he's going for, then fair
He doesn't
enough.
have a beard, he just has a moustache.
That is true. I think he might want to go for the Hogan rather than... Yeah.
In general though, I kind of have a bit of a problem with the Scout Scale Brigade, and with this like
Scout.
Yeah, well, with this paint job as well, it's just too much blue. He just looks more blue. It's not a very rich look.
Gold and blue just doesn't work.
It's not a very rich look despite the gold. It's my problem with it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a no from me.
Yeah. Probably like a 3, I think.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4 then, because I want to be nicer than you.
Huh.
I mean, I don't like it, but it still works more than it should. Like this gun shouldn't really work with the armor.
Yeah,
but I think it does.
5. This is a 5. I don't like or dislike it.
Just a bit of a mess. Just a bit of a mess. There's a weird amount of correlation though. Like you got the red and the red and the red, the blue. Well, the blue with itself.
Yeah.
Brown and gold on the gun. Kind of the grey bits with the grey of the beard. It's weird. It's just weird. I'll just give it a 5. Yeah. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of.
Oh my.
Why are they upside down?
Well,
then... it's a back. Oh my. Ah!
Let's go for the Scout first. Tyler.
Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Look at the Scout first. That's a good.
Honestly,
that's a good Scout for me. That's pretty close to what I would use.
That's a 9.
That's definitely a 9 for me.
A very solid Scout look. Honestly, this guy gets it. I'm sorry, it's just a fact.
I've never seen this on Driller, but it works. I'm impressed with that. That he found that.
I mean,
I respect that a lot.
Clearly, he likes Waster, the Waster like armor set. I mean, two of them. But yeah, no, this guy. It's a simple fact that this guy gets it.
Yeah.
I think
this one again. What would you give this one?
Right, Scout, I'd give like a 9.
Yes.
Driller, I'd give like an 8. I'm not fond of the beard, but it definitely still works.
Just because of the headgear. I don't like that head.
I like that head,
I know you like it. I don't dislike it. I don't like it though. I think I would use something else.
Yeah. The engineer.
Engineer's a bit weird here, actually. Weird. I think what he's trying to do is find, because this only correlates with the red, but I think it's enough. And he's tried to go a bit extra with the gold and the beard, but he probably didn't have to.
Yeah. It still works though. Maybe 7.
I'll give it an 8 because it only needs to change a few things to be a pretty perfect look. Just not.
And then
my favourite.
I don't know. It's pretty solid. And that
good
gunner,
militaristic gunner, just not the beard I would use.
It's that splotchy green. Like somehow that green is the exact same green on the gun and the gunner, and it's just splotchy both times. Just little patches of that color, and that just rubs me the right way.
I think he still could have used, because it's boot camp on the gun, and I think he could have used it on the armor as well and been fine. But probably better.
I don't know. I think my only issue with it was his beard. I don't see why he had the armored. That I hate it as well. But yeah, no, that's like an 8 as well.
I'll give that one an 8 as well.
It's just I think the scout one's the best of it. It's just a really solid scout look. But
but I'm weirdly impressed with the driller one because I never thought of that. It just works though.
Yeah, clearly he likes his pretty dark, but dark's just what works best in this game most of the time. But yeah, no, this guy actually, this guy gets it.
We'll only do a few more.
Let's get a pace on. Don't know why he pulled Neon Band. Would have just worked. I'm sorry, but if he put Neon Band on that shotgun,
well, even that, it's just the 4th relic. It's no reason for the 4th relic.
Yeah,
that's the only problem.
But Neon Band would have tied with all the glowing bits behind him.
I would have used custom engineered actually, personally.
Maybe, yeah. But it is
apart from that,
not but that is.
I'll give it an 8 again because I would change both the framework and the beard, because the beard would be if it's just Twinned Wintry or like Great Fork, that would be like the Scarab beard, perfect.
Yeah, but no one else knows about that, so we don't have to worry about it.
Shh, secret.
Yeah, hush.
Secret. This guy, I remember this guy. I looked at this earlier. I saw this and I was like, solid. Whoa, that's pretty cool, man.
Did we even give a rating to the other one?
Yeah, I gave it an 8.
Alright, probably about the same.
Because these kind of probably shouldn't work, but it does. The paint job
does. And the white insides just works with like the kind of lighter ridges of it. Yeah, it's just a shape.
I'm pretty biased towards Gunner Scale Brigade though.
Doing these things really just exposes how fucking terrible beard colours are, right?
No, in this case it works fine for me. Not a problem with the beard colour for me.
But imagine it could be so much better.
Could it?
It could be. Yeah, of course it fucking could.
So much better.
Well, you'll notice, Harry, that a vast majority of people are just settling with that grey because the grey is the best beard colour for most looks. Like it's just if they if they had actually like this colour or like something close, like a nice green or maybe a nicer white. I mean, I think the vibrant white, but the vibrant white would have been too much. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just a shame
9,
that all the
easy 9. I was tempted to give it a 10, but
yeah, I think 9 probably.
Well done, sir.
Oh.
I like it. I like it. I like when they with the Mark 1 armor when this part disappears. I actually like it better. It has a specific. It does something for me.
8.
Yeah, 8, but I probably wouldn't change anything about it. I don't think
it's going to get much better than that.
No.
That's like a 6. Job done. Fashion question. I'm having a hard...
You want to read that?
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time figuring out a theme for my engineer. Santa.
Got a sad attempt for Santa engineer.
Theme? I don't know.
I feel pretty
Eggman or Santa.
Comment. Yeah. Engineer really is the one that gets those things though, doesn't he? Like, not many other characters get things resembling them or that you can make into them. But yeah, he got like so many easy ones as well.
Oh, I think this might actually be some. This, I think this. Hold on. I think I'm supposed to click on this. Oh, hi. Unfortunately, this is both default mechanized framework and default Gunner Mark V paint job. So I can't respect that. It's not a terrible look though. Let's give it a 5. This fella, I like this guy. I like him.
Careful what you say.
I like this guy. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this look.
It's yeah. I mean...
It's not like you know, you got to be careful because I wouldn't like make all of them look like this, right? Yeah. But I do like it. I especially like the strap being used here, and it works with the helmet, and it's just kind of nice. It's very simple. It's kind of nice. I'll give it a 9.
I'll give it like a 7.
Damn. Right. Okay. Let's do 15. This one, and that's it.
Numbers only.
What? No explanation.
Yeah.
This is like an Oompa Loompa. I have to say something. I have to say.
Yeah, a number. I'm going with 6.
I'm gonna go with a 9. Don't like the beard. Just the beard colour. Just the hair colour. It's just the hair colour. Even though it does kind of work. It's just the hair. I know it works, but I just hate it.
It's the skin colour. What's wrong with the skin colour?
Nothing.
Why did you choose blue?
I like the blue.
That's because you're silly.
I might be silly.
Let's move on.
Good. It's good.
Like
Once again, Triple Trouble. What's the obsession with Triple Trouble? I think it's a pretty...
It's fucking good.
I don't like it. I don't think it's good at all.
It's just an observation.
7.
That's like an 8. Yeah.
7. Whoa.
That's like a 2. I'm sorry. This would look so good if it wasn't purple, and everyone could agree with that, right? That like this would be more than good if that hair was like not purple.
4. Get points for confidence.
Yeah. It's like a 7.
7. I don't, because like, this paint job, I just don't like the creamy part of it, the creamy look. If that was gone, first of all, it would be better, and this look would be a lot better too. 7.
That's an 8.
I would just use even though it's not green, I would just use the Robot Rebellion paint job on the gun. I'll just go for 7. And I probably wouldn't use Scale Brigade either. But it's a good... This guy, I like him. I'm a fan. Wow! 6.
6.
Oh. I'm not a fan, but it works better than it should.
Yeah. 7.
Yeah! I wouldn't use it, but I like looking at him. I like looking.
I think the gold face is a bit out of nowhere, but otherwise...
It's 7. Something about this, like the hair and the beard, it actually makes... This hair is not a bad use of it. It's probably the best use of it I've seen, actually. I'll give him that. 3.
Maybe... can see what they're going for there,
no. Okay, it's not... The problem with Dawn of the Dread is that it's Dawn of the Dread. And in relation to Dawn of the Dread, this is pretty decent. I'll give it a 7, actually.
6. I can see what they're going for.
I'll give it 6 too, actually. It's not that close to something I would use. Oh! Whoa! Ooh! Interesting.
That's a 7. That is
that's surprising.
Interesting 7.
I'm going to give it an 8.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm going to give it an 8.
That's pretty mid. That's a 5. Harmless.
Yes, that's what one of your scouts basically looks like. This.
I know. I'm not fond of it. It just works.
I'll give him a 7 too, actually. 72.
Oh.
Hey, my boy.
It's just a simple fact that the Dawn of the Dread is just the best fucking color scheme.
And the Scale Brigade is the best armor for Driller and Gunner.
Generally, it is so good generally, but then like if you have any lights as well, that fucking light color is orgasmic. And also basically what all of our tech stuff is in our channel.
I don't know if I would give it a 10, but if the next 4 don't outdo it, I'll say it's the best from this episode.
All right, I'm gonna go with 9. Yeah, I think it's very solid. I think they should have went for the blaring white beard. I'm sorry, it's just true.
I'm surprised how much this works with the armor though, because they're just not the same. But it doesn't.
I think this is like a 7.
Yeah, 7. I'll give it 7 too. Why were these Driller looks just worse than the other one? Like, you just didn't need the purple beard, mate. You just didn't need it.
Again, fuck it.
It's James.
Just adds the
I think I'll give it a 7 as well, because I actually, in general, like it more than this. I just wouldn't have the purple beard. I mean, it's the same armor too. It's technically the same armor set. It's also neon band on the weapon.
Yeah, no, fuck that noise. You're just a worse version of the other one. You're going down to like a 6. Like
they're both 1s. Together they make 11. Huh.
Oh, I like the attempt.
I respect it, and I would probably use this. I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8 actually. It's not like cool. It's not cool, right? But I do like it. I like it.
I've almost run that exact look, and I stopped because I didn't like it. That's like a 6.
I don't know, man. What's the point of using Diffid Trophy Hunter here? You're just doing yourself a disservice.
Using that fucking helmet.
I mean, it creates some interesting. It's always quite garish.
This is the only using supporter is the only time it's viable.
That's not the supporter skin. That's just the Scale Brigade paint job.
Is it?
It's just the default Scale Brigade. Well, it's not default, I guess, because it's on Roughneck. But
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just like a 6.
You win.
You win at least this guy.
I'll tell you what.
All right.
One last thing. The very top of all time. What is it?
It's Brock O'Lee, the 10 out of 10 scout look.
So unsurprised.
Credit where credit's due, it does fucking work.
Yeah, actually, it's like it's good. It's good.
It does actually fucking work.
Oh, okay, it's Eggman. Alright, so we're done here.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching.
That was the Deep Rock Fashion Show. We'll do this because the thing is, we alternate between this and update retrospective, like Reddit review and update retrospective. So we'll probably like once every 2 months, maybe. It's probably what it will end up being.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it should be every other Reddit review. Still, even though they're every other week, and then it'll be like every 4 weeks.
Expect it on a Saturday, but not inherently the next one.
Yeah, definitely not the next one.
Yeah.
Definitely not the next one.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much it won't be the next one.
Next one we'll probably be doing update 3.
Yeah, I guess it will be update 3. Yeah.
Or update review. So look forward to that.
Well, we just called it Reddit review and update review, but it's actually the Reddit Galactic and update retrospective.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is pretty cool. I mean, and it didn't feel as bad to just be a little bit, the way that we are, not, not very well planned. It didn't feel as inappropriate as it usually does. Yeah. Oh, so I think I want to put this guy in the thumbnail. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. You the best, homie.
Love you.
Like and subscribe. Comment your favourite look, because I think that's the kind of thing that helps with the algorithm. Right. See you next time, fellas. Mwah!